So did Disney effectively just fire Russell T Davies? Yeah, I'm saying it again. Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. So, a little over a month ago on another channel, I did a video where I basically said that Disney had fired Russell T Davies. Now, I actually said those words and they're a little bit inflammatory because they're not 100% accurate. Disney can't actually sack Russell T Davies. Only Bad Wolf can. Bad Wolf are the production company and they're the people that employ everyone that works on the show. But there were rumblings and I was hearing rumours that Disney were not happy and that they'd started a conversation between themselves, BBC and Bad Wolf about how to move forwards with the third season. Now, Disney signed up to produce or to help fund basically 2 seasons. It would go straight onto Disney Plus. They had this deal for those 2 seasons. We've actually had them already produced. The first season's obviously already there. You can go and watch it. The second season has already pretty much been filmed. I believe it's just going into post-production now. So I was hearing rumours that Disney were really not happy with that first season, and they were particularly unhappy with the viewing figures. Now, a lot of big Doctor Who fans will say the viewing figures were fine. What are you talking about? They were great. They started okay. They dropped. They bounced a bit on the 3rd or 4th episode, and then they trailed off. The viewing figures is a slightly complicated picture, because it is fair to say that the Ncuti Gatwa Doctor Who didn't do as well on the BBC as Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, and that actually the drop-off from the first to the second episode was dramatic. Again, as I said, it bounced a little bit, but then it tailed off again very dramatically. But this is the first time this season has also premiered on Disney Plus at the same time, so there's going to be an element of sharing the viewing figures around a little bit. The problem is when you add those viewing figures together, they're also quite disappointing, except in quite a young demographic, in sort of like the 18 to 25-year-old area, where actually it did quite well. So, Disney as a whole are not happy with the viewing figures, and this is the rumour I was hearing a little over a month ago. Since then, other insiders have spoken to people like Deadline, and they released a report basically arguing the same point. But actually, they went a bit further. I was being told that they were just not happy with Russell T Davies, and they were thinking with Bad Wolf and the BBC that actually they'd move forward into the third season, but with a different showrunner. So that was why I was saying they were effectively sacking Russell T Davies. Figuratively. Is that the right word? It was Disney that was making the decision and really pushing for it. So even though it was Bad Wolf that was going to have to actually make that final decision, if Mickey Mouse is banging on your door saying sack the man or we're not moving forward and we're not giving you any more of our lovely money, then they really are twisting your arm to do it. The BBC, though, were very keen, and Bad Wolf were very keen not to publicly humiliate him, is what I was being told, and that he would be given an executive producer role and probably still given a couple of episodes to write into the third season, but under a different showrunner. Now, the Deadline story went much further. They actually were suggesting that Ncuti Gatwa would not be the Doctor in the third season, possibly, and that actually Disney might not fund it. Now, Russell T Davies has even had to publicly actually speak about this and saying, well, if we don't get the Disney money, it'll be okay. We'll just revert back to a BBC show and, no harm, no foul. We'll still do something that Doctor Who fans love. But Bad Wolf and the BBC, they want that Disney money. It really does put Doctor Who on a completely different level. And if that fails and the current Doctor Who deal isn't extended, it is a problem, and it is a little bit embarrassing for the franchise. It also really does hamper any plans to expand it. We do know that they're looking at spin-offs, etc., and creating this Whoniverse. That will be a lot more difficult without Disney. Now, I actually think a third season of Disney probably will be renewed, and that's what I'm being told, that actually Disney would like to renew this. They would like to move forwards. Again, the rumours that I'm hearing, that the Deadline are hearing and other people are hearing, is though that Disney are really saying that we will do this, but, and they're going to be making a lot of these demands on Bad Wolf over the next few months. So, will we get a third season with this Disney partnership? I think we will. Will we get it with Russell T Davies still at the helm? I think probably not. Will we get it with Ncuti Gatwa still as the Doctor? I'd give that 50-50. Ncuti Gatwa, though, for me, is a brilliant actor. I think he's a fantastic actor. I just think he's not a very good Doctor. I found it really difficult to watch. I don't particularly like the assistant either, but I have to admit I didn't like any of these episodes, and I struggled really to get through the first episode. I've gone back and tried to watch them again. I think I got to the third, and again, I didn't enjoy them. But I even didn't enjoy the David Tennant episodes, the specials, and that was David Tennant. So you really can't blame Ncuti Gatwa for me not liking the new episodes. It's not the Doctor I think I don't like. I do think they're throwing too much money on the screen. I do think that's a problem. And because of that, it doesn't really feel like Doctor Who anymore. But I have to say that this show has really been struggling since Matt Smith left. And I don't see how they're turning this around. I did do another video a couple of weeks ago sort of saying, should Doctor Who just be paused? Well, if the Disney money is pulled out and that deal isn't renewed, I actually think it's very, very possible that the BBC will just pull the plug and they'll say, let's have a break, let's have a rethink, and let's come back with something new. They did it before with Doctor Who, and it was actually a very good thing in the long run. Perhaps now is the time to do it. But hey, we've still got the second season. I'm sure we've got Christmas specials, etc. coming up. And I do think that there'll be a lot of conversations between now and Christmas. But I tell you what, if the second season airs and we see a continued drop-off in viewing figures like we have done so far, I'd be very surprised if Disney didn't pull the plug too. Guys, get into the comments and tell me what you think about this. Yep, I'll put my hand up and say I did a video on this and it was bloody awful. I got some information, I didn't do the normal reading that I do, and I did a bad video. It's actually gone now because I'm not doing that channel anymore. But does that mean that the information that I was getting or the rumour I was hearing was false? Probably not. So get into the comments though and tell me what you think the future of Doctor Who should be. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. You can never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can go to patreon.com/SciTrek, where most of our new videos do premiere first, and you get to see them without the adverts, you lucky bunnies. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.